What is YieldMax doing? Almost everything is now weekly payouts. We got to talk about this. I've got to change my Misti strategy, potentially. Let's go. So with Bitcoin fluctuating, MicroStrategies has been on the downturn, which means Misti is on the downturn, and everything related to MicroStrategies is kind of fluctuating, and it's hard to get nice juicy payouts as well as a nice return on our investment. So when I was first investing into Misti, I was getting paid, and by the time I got paid, the stock price had already gone back up because Bitcoin was doing so well. So not only was I getting juicy dividends, but I was also getting a good return on my investment. But now that Misti is getting wrecked, I have I believe over 10K in unrealized lost, might be even more than that. And so now I'm in this conundrum of, do I sell what I have and put it into something else like PLTY, Palantir's YieldMax? I saw in a comment, somebody said, isn't Misti now weekly? And I said, no fam, they just changed the dividend date or whatever. But then I got another payment for dividends and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's right. So I went on to TradingView and indeed confirmed that they are now starting to pay out weekly. I went to YieldMax's website and almost everything, like I said in the beginning, is now weekly payouts. And if you haven't seen the video when I was talking about Misti versus Mist, so if you've seen my video with Misti versus Mist, I talked about why I don't like weekly paying dividends, because the NAV keeps declining, and with Bitcoin fluctuating, it never has the opportunity to replenish itself. So it just keeps declining and declining and declining. And that's where we see ourselves now. I've got a crazy big loss on Misti, and now I have to think to myself, am I going to sell my 3,000 shares of Misti and put it into something else? Now, YieldMax does have SOXY, SOXY, which is a semiconductor monthly paying dividend, and that looked nice to me because it has a nice steady upturn in growth, and it also pays monthly. I use my monthly payments to pay off loans, because if you recall, one of my strategies was take out a big loan, put it all into a dividend paying stock, use the dividend payments to pay off my loan. Now, if Bitcoin continues to go down, I'm going to be in a sticky situation where Misti is no longer profitable. So I've been thinking, what's the best strategy moving forward? I'm going to set a stop loss order for around $10 or $10.5 for Misti. So 3,000 sold for $10 would give me $30,000 that I can put into something else. I'm either going to go with SOXY, which is the monthly paying on semiconductors, or I'm going to use that money and do a will strategy by selling calls and puts. And that's a different video. I actually teach this in my Stand store on how to get weekly income if you have a nice bag in your portfolio already. So I had a $50,000 loan and I put most of it into Misti. So my rationale for selling at $10 a share or $10.50 a share is I'm gonna still collect $30,000 that I could then play around with, and Misti has already given me more than $20,000 back in dividends. So I've still essentially broken even, but I don't want to be in a situation where it just keeps declining, and I'm losing money on the back end. I always want to keep a safe margin. If worst comes to worst, I can sell everything and then pay off my remaining loans with the balance that I have. If you play with risky stuff like loans and margin, you don't know what is going to happen to the market and you can completely get wrecked. I'd rather have a safety net. I'd rather be defensive in my wealth building strategy than always being offensive and losing everything, because then I'd have to maybe get an extra job and use that money to pay off the loan. So if you're doing risky business like trying to accelerate and grow your money really fast, you have to have backup plans and backup plans for your backup plans. Always be safe. If I'm doing this all over again, I would not be so reckless with personal loans and margin. I have the personal goal of becoming a millionaire by the end of December of this year. So my challenge to myself is over in 2 months. So I've been accelerating as much as I can, trying to compound as much as I can. And once January 1st of 2026 happens, I'm gonna move into a lot safer assets and not be so stressed, because this fluctuation of the market and having big unrealized losses is stressful. So I don't recommend people doing what I'm doing, because it's not always fun. You have to have the mindset that everything's going to be okay. You need to know tax strategy, so unrealized loss can potentially offset some capital gains that I have somewhere else. So all in all, I'll be okay. But if you're new to the game, I strongly recommend you doing safe route. Don't get into personal loans, don't get into margin. Just keep everything safe and grow your money slowly but surely. That's going to do it for this episode. If you found value, please pay that like tax. Comment below. Was Misti, that's me, that's you commenting by the way, if Misti turning into weekly payments was a shock to you, let me know. If you bought into Mist, how's that going for you? Let's just talk, let's normalize talking about investments in the comments. Share this with somebody who's a big fan of Misti or yield max strategies in general. And until the next one, remember to smile, because you are beautiful. Peace.